Me today, this is Deport Entertainment. I'm Octavio Gonzalez. I'm here with Alex. I put a comment out there that I'm looking for people to interview, and he came through.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of your background?
Yeah. So, like you said, my name's Alex Rodriguez. I played soccer, and I went to school at Thomas Jefferson University. I graduated with my master's degree in community and trauma counseling. So shout out to CTC, class of 2021.
Trauma counseling, right?
Yeah, trauma. The one thing I worked with a lot was like drug addicts, alcoholics, war veterans who come back traumatized, victims of rape.
Do you feel is it like those kind of traumas? Like that is trauma.
It could be like
anyone goes.
It could be like a small trauma because people perceive trauma differently. Like it could be like a little kid whose hamster just died. That's trauma for them.
Yeah.
Or it could be someone as far as somebody getting raped or something like that. Yeah, it could be like it's a wide range.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very, very rewarding field though. I love it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely helping people overcome their trauma, or like helping them develop a way to deal with their trauma.
Yeah.
And maybe they can't get over it right away.
Yeah.
But they can like find ways to cope with it whenever
Exactly.
they get like a moment where they just they feel that trauma or something.
Yeah, nah, bro. And the thing about trauma too, it's not something like you said. It's not something that's fixed right away. Trauma can last for days, months, years.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might not ever go away. But that's and that's only if you don't go to therapy and work with a therapist. I mean, therapists, they're very, very useful. I'm not just saying that because I went to school to be one. I went through a lot of trauma as a kid that no one really fully understand.
Right.
But my therapist did, and he helped me out.
And thank you for touching that. I want to bring up men's mental health.
Okay.
How we have one of the highest suicide rate. How we as men don't really seek help, especially as me being a Latino, you being a Latino, the Latino community, the minorities, we avoid them like the plague, or we just, we're okay, I don't need therapy, I'm fine.
Yeah, so like as a kid, you're always told that you're being too soft, or be tougher, get up and, just do it, don't, why are you crying kind of stuff, you understand, and as, like you said, men, we don't really go to therapy. Men also have the highest suicide rate. Minorities even have a higher suicide rate than the average man. So it's like, there's a lot of variables that kind of correlate with each other. Like, if men went to more therapy, I'm pretty sure the suicide numbers would drop. But that's not proven. But what I'm saying is, it can all be connected, but we never know.
Well, the people that go to therapy do recommend it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the people that don't want to go to therapy don't recommend. I mean, we avoid it. So I mean, but that's what I'm saying is like Howard Stern. Just I don't really watch him, but he said that I seen an interview that he did. He goes like the best thing that ever happened to him was when he started going to therapy.
Yeah.
Like his life changed after that.
Yeah. Nah, bro, you'd be surprised. I mean, my life has changed tremendously because of therapy. Things have gotten a lot better for myself, so I do highly, highly recommend it if you're ever having the issue.
And how do you like if you're a guy that actually is looking into maybe starting therapy, where would he go? Because me, like, I thought about it before, and I'm like, I've never been in therapy. And I'm is it through my insurance?
Yeah. So like usually insurance companies, they give you like a mental health physician that you can reach out to. If you actually go on their websites, they usually have like a little search engine that you could type in what you're looking for with the area and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Luckily, we're in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is one of the most diverse cities, so you'll have a lot of options for
just Google something.
As far as like demographics or like if you're looking for a man, woman, whatever it is, they will help you out as best they can.
Yeah, and like for example, people like look for a specific primary physician.
Yeah.
But do they have the same I guess
the same option for like therapists?
Yeah. Are they able to like seek like someone they're like, well, maybe try this therapist once, or maybe
try
this therapy and like therapists until they finally like, this is the guy, this is the person I needed. Like.
So that's a really good question because a lot of people don't know about this. So therapists, the one thing I love about therapists is they have a lot of humility. Because I could recommend you to go somewhere and it might not work out, but they might refer you to somebody else. Mm-hmm. So a lot of therapists really aren't in it because like obviously we do make money in this field, but that's not what it's about. It's more about taking care of the well-being of people.
Definitely. That's the main thing.
So like I know I have enough humility to be like, listen, I might not be the best person to help you. Let me recommend you to somebody who might be better for you, because I want to make sure that you're getting the right treatment.
That's true, man. And for example, what, like from your experience, what differentiates one therapist from the next? Do they like, is there like different methodologies that they use?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different methods you can use. A lot of them. I could go through them all, but you'll just be like,
I know Carl Jung and all.
Yeah.
They're famous.
Yeah. So all the you got like Sigmund Freud. You have all their kind of like all their kind of ideologies. You know, the CBT is one of the most probably popular ones that's used. It's cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very. That's probably one of the most used ones. But there's also some really, really advanced ones that you actually have to get certified to use. And those are really, really cool. Like EMDR, which is like a rapid eye movement desensitization kind of thing.
Wow.
So like so basically they use eye movement as like a way to help you get more into therapy or like cope with certain things or make you feel relaxed. Like, so basically what they try to do, they try to move your pupils in a way that you would if you were like sleeping, like REM sleep. And that's supposed to be the point where you kind of process everything better because your eyes are moving a specific way.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's a lot of weird and good therapies out there, but a lot of different ones.
Especially, I mean, it also depends on like what kind of trauma or what kind of problems that a person is dealing with.
For sure. They actually have the CBT, they actually have a trauma version of it that you can get certified in. So that's a really, really, CBT's widely used, and then you have TFCBT, which is trauma-informed CBT. People say it's usually for kids. I think you can use it for anybody personally. But yeah, they got some really cool things out there.
Yeah, I heard about like art therapy too.
Yeah, so believe it or not, my program, we had a specialization in art therapy. I didn't do it because we already graduated with one specialization, which is trauma automatically. So I'm really not an artist. So
yeah, but it makes sense. Like sometimes people like feel better when they're painting.
You have no idea. It's really good for kids. It could be really good for adults. With kids, you can do creative things like have them draw or keep like a journal where they actually draw pictures, because some of them might not have the language skills to write out what's wrong, so they draw it in pictures.
That's very interesting.
And then for adults, you could do more advanced things. Like I did this one exercise where I had like a glass plate, for example, and I had them put it in a bag. And I was like, asked them questions. I was like, so say if I give you a plate right now, okay, I will tell you what's the purpose of this plate.
To eat or to serve.
Okay.
I think of something.
Exactly. So now I'll tell you, put it in the bag and break it in the bag with like a hammer.
Oh, sad.
Okay. So you break it. All right. So would you say that plate is trash now? You have to throw it away.
Say it no longer has no use.
Yeah, but it does though, because if you think about it, everything, just like people, everybody has a purpose. There might be times when we're broken down like that plate, but then we can recycle it, reuse it, and repurpose it for something else.
That's a good point, because glass has a second life or a third life.
Yeah.
If you save it, you get like that's how it gets recycled. It gets smashed and then it gets turned into sand again.
Yeah.
Like I looked into it. Like how do you recycle glass? Yeah. Because our recycling system right now is one of the in all across the nation.
Yeah.
Just our recycling has to improve.
Yeah. But like that's the way I look at people. You understand? Like there might be times where we feel broken down and we feel like we don't have purpose. But with that exercise right there, that just shows that we can be repurposed and gain a new purpose.
Right. Like even though you're broken, like you still your purpose is coming. Like
exactly. And it might not be the same purpose, but you might find something different, and that's okay. That's okay. The bottom line is that no person on this planet.
A beautiful vase.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But no person on this planet does not live with purpose. I just want to make that clear. Everybody has a purpose in life. You understand? Even if you think you don't have one, you're always making somebody else's day better, and that can be your purpose right there.
Oh man, it reminds me of a quote like when like people are struggling to find their purpose. So like maybe like the fact that you helped this woman cross the street the other day was that's where you like on those moments you improve her life.
Exactly.
You help her out. Like those moments, like me whenever I coach soccer, like
kids.
The kids.
Yeah.
They're like it's free. It's volunteer. Right now. But it's fun when I'm in there and like when I see like they're improving. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like making the next generation better.
Better, exactly.
Man, it's like I'm not even getting paid for this.
Yeah, you just do it. Yeah, you do it because you love it, and it makes you feel good.
Seeing the smile on the kid, seeing the smile on the parents.
Yeah,
you just
honestly, I get it. Like and that's the next thing I want to touch on, because I told you I was going to school, or I graduated from school. Now I'm back in school again to be a doctor in sports psychology.
Yeah,
so I'm at the University of Arizona right now, doing what I gotta do.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it a lot.
Got to get them credentials.
Yeah,
yeah. For certain things, like
no, you have to.
Engineering, like if you got like practice, like a certain practice, you gotta get those credentials.
Yeah. Nah, I get it, bro. You really do. I'm taking like more classes right now to get more certification. So it's like I'm doing college and then getting certified and other things too. So it's good.
So you're going for sports psychology? Right?
Yeah, sports psychology. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about that before. How important it is to like be physically, but not only physically but mentally ready. Like how to get there.
Yeah. Like the mind and body kind of connection.
Yeah. Like how can you like you mentioned earlier, I think we talked about flow, getting to the flow.
Yeah, getting the state of flow. That's I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a great concept. If you haven't researched it, look it up. Flow is a great concept in sports. So basically what you do is you try to achieve this optimal state where like you're stuck in the moment. You're living for the moment, and that's when the moment of excellence actually happens. So like when you see like big, like, when you see Ronaldo do a bicycle kick and score, he was in flow because all he saw was that moment. He had that moment of excellence. Or like when you're taking a free kick or a free throw, or if you're Steph Curry practicing on threes, it's the same thing.
You're hitting that three out of nowhere. And it's really like being in that state, like they don't even think about it.
No, they don't.
They're already, when you're in flow, they're just doing it. Like the bicycle kick from Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not like, I'm about to do a bicycle kick.
Yeah, he just does it. And that's
how do you get there, right?
Yeah,
key, right?
yeah. So like, that's why if you look, that's the difference between like good athletes and elite athletes, because elite athletes can turn that on whenever they want. Good athletes might do it sometimes, but they don't know how they do it. But the elite, the Steph Currys, the LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, the Ronaldos, the Messis, all that kind of stuff, they know how to do that on command. They can do it.
Yeah, and I mean that's why they are.
Yeah, that's why exactly.
And like, it's from my experience, like whenever I get into, like, sometimes I play a game and I do something and an incredible play, and I'm like, how the hell did I surprise myself?
Right. Yeah.
You ever had that?
Yeah, all the time, bro. All the time.
And it's like recreating those moments, and I feel like the only way to do that is through practice, or like where like you developing that muscle memory.
Yeah.
Muscle memory where like your body just does it.
Yeah, I mean it's
shoot
true.
The ball and hit the pole, hit the post.
Nah, it's that's really how it is. You have to practice. And the only way you can practice is during practice or during games.
Yeah, during games.
Yeah.
Like, you're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last practice. If you practice like a year ago, then chances are that you play tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to relearn everything again.
Yeah. You have to get used to like having 10 players coming at you.
Yeah.
All these players coming at you.
Exactly.
That's how I feel. Like whenever I go a long time without playing soccer, and I'm at the field, like it's not the same as if I play like nonstop.
Yeah, like 3 days, 4 days a week.
Yeah,
like it's different.
I get more nervous. I'm like, oh shit, like what do I do?
Yeah, that's true though. It is like that. It really is like that.
I mean, it makes sense. Like when like Klay Thompson just came back.
Yeah.
And they brought him slow. Like they brought him like through the G League first.
Yeah.
Then just like threw him back in.
Yeah, no, it's good that they did that though, because I feel like when, especially athletes who have injuries, that's already a big mental barrier. But when you rush them back into the game, it gives you more opportunity to get hurt again right away.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad that the Warriors organization did that, because they just kind of eased them in there.
Yeah, especially after come back from an injury.
Exactly.
Like that still messes with your mind. So it goes back to like, sports psychology.
Yeah, there's a lot of psychology behind injuries.
Oh man.
You have no idea, like
overcoming that fear.
Yeah. So like, especially when you have big injuries like ACL injuries, stuff like that, and you're actually able to come back and play, there's always a fear that it might happen again, because it already happened once. So it's scary.
Yeah,
it is scary.
Absolutely. Like I had one injury, and coming back, I was like, actually, one thing that happened to me is I broke someone's ankle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't play for like a few months after that. I was like, oh hell no, you know. It's traumatizing.
Nah, it is.
Yeah, man. Like going back to trauma counseling. I feel like even that happened to me, that traumatized me. Little things just stay with you,
sure.
and then you are always trying to like be able to let go of things. I don't know if that's. I feel like that's key. Like the sooner you let go of all those fears, all those like things that are holding you back, and that's like letting go. Like the faster you let go of things, that's like you heal. That's healing from trauma.
No, it is healing. You know,
some things are hard to let go.
Yeah, some things are super hard to let go of, and like actually, you know, it's okay to let go, but you don't have to forget about it. Like it could be, you know, say if it's like a relative that passed away that you're really very close with.
You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, he died like a year ago. I don't have to think about it.
That's what I'm saying. But like you could when we mean let go, we mean let go of the feeling, not the actual person. You understand? So it's like, you know, let go of the feeling of you being sad, you being all that kind of stuff. Move forward. Yeah. Try not to look back, because, you know, life to me is more of a linear line than it is a circle. You don't want to keep circling in the same cycle over and over and over again, because you won't go anywhere. You'll be stagnant. You'll be stuck in the same place. So you want to try to move in a straight line forward through life. Yeah. Keep going forward.
Oh yeah.
But it can be hard sometimes.
It is hard, and that's why people like you are on that field. You know, you're in that field. Yeah. Because, you know, we know it's not easy. Yeah. And, you know, we want to provide like some light, or, you know, some guidance.
Yeah, some guidance. I mean, like I said, my job isn't to tell you what to do. Like, I'm not gonna come in here and be like, listen, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, blah blah. My job is to help you realize that you had the tools to overcome something all along. That's my job as a therapist. It's not to, you know, be like, hey, you know, I think you should do this, because then if something goes wrong, then you'll come back to me and be like, well, you told me to do this and it didn't work out, you know. But that's not the case. I want to try to make you the better version of yourself by realizing that you are capable of doing everything already.
No matter what.
No matter what. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Man, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing this. We're gonna do it again. And, this is for anyone that's out there, like, seek therapy. If you don't know where to start, hey, you can reach out to me, Optimus Prime. That's how you find me on Instagram. And what's your best way to reach you?
Oh yeah, so you can reach me through my Instagram too. It's Alex_Rod745. I'm always available to talk. If you need resources, you know, I could provide, you know, my boy here with some stuff to put on his channel. You know.
So, awesome, man. So yeah, like let's do this again.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me.